Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in KITZUR SHABBOS, and we're holding in the malacha malabin of cleaning and washing. And he says, and we just started speaking about this concept of schita. You have to be very careful if you wash garments and begadim and clothing and the like. Suddenly you're going to run into another issue over there, and that is schita, that is squeezing the water out of the clothing, which we know you cannot do. Gizer Shema Yischai, Chazal made a gizer, they made a decree that maybe you'll come to schita, and therefore don't do. Just like many of the malachas that we spoke about, Chazal added on to the Isser in the Torah with their gezer, with their decrees. They made decrees and fences that a person should avoid the main prohibition, that is a deraisa. So over here, when it comes to schita, squeezing, Chazal made many gezeros, several at least, that the person should not come to transgress this malacha. What is that? Shegazu sheyirus shaloi yislachlek b'shabbos beged shedarcha l'hakbid alav shaloi yislachlek. A person should not moisten on Shabbos a beged that their way is to be very makbid, as such an object would end up getting moistened. Shechashishu, they were afraid. A person really wants his clothing to be dry. A person's going to forget. He wants his object dry and not moist. He's going to end up squeezing it out. Therefore, they made a gezer that where a lot of water spilled, you should not clean it up. With an article of clothing that you are makbid, you are strict about, that you don't want it to get moist. Because maybe you'll come to squeeze it after you end up cleaning it up. To such a garment of clothing you cannot put on top of a barrel or a sharkli or any other vessel that has water in there. We're afraid. Maybe it's going to get moist from the water, and afterwards you're going to come to end up doing schita on that, and that will all be a problem. We already wrote in the malach of dash, the threshing. Besides the fact that there's an issur of squeezing out clothing on Shabbos because of the whitening and cleaning effect, there's another prohibition because of dash, because of the threshing. The kasavnu sham, and we wrote over there, if you have such a case where there's not a problem of squeezing out because of cleaning, for example, if you have an article of clothing that is drenched with liquid, it's absorbed a lot of liquid that is not used for cleaning, like red wine, nevertheless, you still have a prohibition of squeezing things out because of dash, because of threshing, where you're separating things. When we see from there that there's a difference in these two ways of the malacha. The main thing with schita, when it comes to the whitening of the clothing and the like, is that it's b'masha beged nagov, that we want that the article of clothing over here should be nagov. We want it to be cleaned out, or dried out. We don't care where the water goes. Where the liquid goes and when it's squeezed out of the clothing. On the other hand, when it comes to the schita, the squeezing, that's because of the malach of threshing. We're squeezing out because we want the liquid. And it doesn't matter as if this article of clothing or this garment gets clean. We just want the liquid. We're just looking at the water or the liquid that's being squeezed out. And therefore we said like this: if the liquid is not going to get lost, yesh issur Torah, then there's a prohibition according to Torah. And if it's going to get lost, which means it's going to get wasted, then there's only an issur d'Rabbanan, a rabbinical prohibition over here. Okay, we have one little last piece to see. We'll see that hopefully tomorrow, be'ez Hashem. All the best.